The Milwaukee Bucks have been a team that have had a championship roster for the past 2 years. In both of these years, they've had the best record in the NBA with a back-to-back MVP and last year the Defensive Player of the Year. 2 years ago, they lost to the Raptors in 6 games while going up 2-0 in the series. Last year, they lost in 5 games to the 5th-seeded Miami Heat. On paper, the Bucks should have beaten both of these teams and advanced to the finals, but they didn't. These teams matched up really well but just flat out outplayed them. It's safe to say that the Bucks were the favorites in both of these series and should have made 2 finals appearances in the past 2 years and possibly an NBA championship. Today, we'll be putting this improved 2021 Milwaukee Bucks team under the microscope and seeing how truly good they are. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button to get quality NBA content and best of all, to join this amazing basketball family. I am going to be posting shorter videos just to briefly share my thoughts about a certain topic, whether it's a team or a player, or even a trade, but that means slightly more frequent uploads. And when I feel really passionate about a topic, or it's just super important, I will still make longer videos to get in depth on the topic at hand, so those won't be going away. Anyways, let's get back to the Milwaukee Bucks and their championship aspirations. I don't want to talk too much about their losses in the past 2 years, but it was evident what the 2 issues were. 1. If you stop Giannis, you stop the Bucks. It was clear that the Raptors and Heat created a wall to stop Giannis. He lacks a consistent 3-point shot, especially in the playoffs, and you can put multiple big defenders on him to stop him. And 2 is related to the first issue, because if you put a wall to stop Giannis, he should be able to give the ball to a great second option. And Khris Middleton just isn't going to cut it. He's too weak of a second option, but is more than enough as a third option. He is a great shooter, and his defense is slightly underrated. His mid-range game is elite, and he can hold his own on defense. Besides, he can be streaky at times and just isn't an amazing player. He has been an all-star, but has never made an all-NBA team or has ever been a top 25 player in the league at one point. One trade that the Bucks pulled off this offseason was getting Jrue Holiday. He is an amazing two-way player that has been an all-star caliber player for years now. He actually made it the all-star team when he was a lot younger, but he hasn't even dropped off. It's just that the guards in the West were just super strong and tough to beat. This was a great trade on both sides. The Pelicans got some really solid role players as well as a lot of youth to build with. On the other hand, you have the Bucks that want to win now, that needed the second or third star, and Jrue fits perfectly with this team. They didn't lose any perimeter defense, because you could argue Jrue is a better defender than Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe didn't really help with the spacing on this team, and Jrue fits the team way better all around. Jrue Holiday can create his own shot really well and can help take over in late game situations. They're both strong players that can lock up any perimeter player. Some players in the league say that Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league.
Yeah, Jrue Holiday is solidified as probably the best defender in the league.
I think that Kevin Durant is the most unstoppable player on the planet when healthy, and the best defender on the opposing team will always have to guard KD. This speaks volumes, and Holiday's impact is way more than the box score, all-star appearances, and all-NBA selections say. He is a respectable shooter and is a threat from all aspects of the game. I don't know yet if he's the second or third option, but that doesn't really matter. Giannis is the clear number 1 option, and he has 2A and 2B in Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday. Since we're already talking about how good Jrue's defense is, let's see how the team's defense is. Last year, the Bucks had the highest defensive rating in the league. Their defense was amazing last year, with the Defensive Player of the Year leading the way. They had Bledsoe, who won a spot on the defensive second team, which is very similar to Jrue Holiday. Brook Lopez, who won a spot on the All-NBA defensive second team too, and very good role players. Wesley Matthews was a good 3-and-D player, and Dante DiVincenzo was a great young defender, and I just can't think of a defensive liability that this team had. George Hill wasn't great, but he wasn't a complete liability. Middleton can hold his own. I just can't think of one. The departure of Bledsoe, George Hill, and Wesley Matthews doesn't hurt that much defensively. They have young players that will get even better on the defensive end to make up for these losses. Defense wins championships, and they already have that down. I think they'll have the best defensive rating in the league once again. No one on this team is really old, as a lot of this team is in their primes or not even there yet. It's crazy to say, but Giannis, the two-time MVP, is just entering his prime and will get better on both ends of the floor. He is only 26 right now and he's barely even touched his prime yet. The fact that so many people are getting on Giannis's case is just crazy. Look at how long it took for LeBron to win his first NBA championship. It took him 14 years to win his first NBA ring. Not to mention, he joined the Miami Big Three to get it. But we also need to keep Giannis accountable to some of his failures and underperformances. If you stop Giannis, you stop the Bucks. A huge part of this is his lack of a consistent three-point shot. I will say that he has been making progress and it's very evident, but the issue is still there. You can't leave him wide open like Ben Simmons or Rudy Gobert, but you can still slack off of him. He is going in the right direction, but we need to see more changes faster, and he has to improve his three-point shot at a faster rate. Giannis is very young and is already a very successful NBA player. As I said, he's only 26 and has a lot of time ahead of him. He can make changes and add a lot of things to his game and skill set. Everyone is saying he needs to improve his three-point shot, which is true and I definitely agree, but there are other things I think would be really interesting and could be amazing for his game. The first thing I want to see the Bucks play around with is putting Giannis at the center position. I was watching a Raptors game the other day and I saw Pascal Siakam playing the center. The team didn't get heavily out-rebounded or kept attacking the paint because of their small ball 5. It actually looked okay. Giannis is a lot stronger, taller, and is literally better than Pascal in every aspect of the game. Giannis is one of the best defenders in the league and can defend every position at an elite level. He is more than strong enough to defend and rebound against other centers, and maybe this will be better for the Bucks. I think they should just at least try it out to see how well it works. Another thing I think could help Giannis is more advanced post moves. I'm thinking of something like Hakeem Olajuwon. Imagine seeing the unstoppable and dominant player Giannis already is with a respectable three-point shot and elite post moves. Skill-wise, that would be one of the top players of all time. The crazy thing is, Giannis has time to implement these things. This would give him way more skills to go to. He would be 10 times harder to guard, and he has the talent, size, and work ethic to obtain this. But at the end of the day, the Bucks' success is in Giannis' hands. Even though Jrue Holiday will help with this, he needs to get it together in the playoffs to see real success. I am confident they will end up with the top record in the East this season, as they always do, and everyone knows this, they've proven it. But the next step for this Bucks team is to make the finals, and then after that, win a championship. If Giannis keeps underperforming and is so easily stopped in the playoffs, I'm sorry, but the Bucks are going to be the Rockets of the East. They'll always get close to the NBA Finals, but they'll never win an NBA championship. It's the harsh truth. But if Giannis plays how he does in the regular season and how he's projected to, the sky's the limit for this team. They have all the pieces to win it all. It's just a matter of how they play. They can beat any team on any given night. I really like how the near future actually, looks for Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe for future basketball content. Again, thank you for watching.